Seatbelt sign is still on, so please remain seated with your seatbelt.
Dear Elizabeth, my name is KEON BENTON, and I'm from the downtown section of Elizabeth, New Jersey. With the lack of resources, employment, and role models in the urban communities, some people turn to the streets to provide for their families, but not by choice. Everyone watching this docu-series, especially the teenagers, I hope and pray that you are listening and able to learn something from this story, because this project was put together for you. Meet Halimah Reed. She lost her best friend, her baby brother, Elijah Henderson, to gun violence in 2007. Some mistakes can be forgiven, but when someone loses their life behind one, it will drive a family insane or maybe even harming themselves.
Hi, my name is Halimah. I'm the sister of Elijah Henderson. He was an athlete, friendly, outgoing, family-oriented, play fiend that just loved to have fun. His favorite food was pizza, George's Pizza, which is in Elizabeth as well. So other than that, he was my little brother. That was my heart, my soul, my right hand, like my backbone, my best friend. Household-wise, me, my mom, my oldest brother, Aldaquan, and Elijah. All of us in the household. It's always been that way for a long time. Both our fathers, in and out the picture. Single mother, raising 2 boys, 1 girl. Me being the middle and the only girl, spoiled, but Eve being spoiled as well because he was the youngest. But it's a happy home, happy life. Couldn't ask for a better mother. We had everything we wanted. He went to the middle school, Maple G. Holmes, Cleveland, so he went to that middle school. Elementary school, he went to Benjamin Franklin. He liked to play football, but he liked to play basketball more. Video games, talking on the phone with girls, all types of nights. That was like one of his little things that, that he had fun doing, just, being himself, just, playing video games, being the young kid that he was. I would say outgoing, outspoken, ambitious. He wanted to do a lot. Like, you couldn't describe him under one word. It was just like, he wanted to do everything. He wanted to be everything. Like, he seen himself being a basketball player. He seen himself being a football player. Seen himself being a rapper at one point when he was in the house just rapping. So it's just like, he just was one of those outgoing little brothers that just wanted to do so much. I would say, and not to big up myself, but that would be me. My brother looked up to me to the utmost. Like, we did everything together. When I say wasn't twins or nothing, but we always had like the same outfits with different colors. I rep the same sneakers. Like, I was going to work, he wanted to do it. I'm like, yo, you too young, you can't get a job. Like, being a little sometime player that I was, talking to different girls. He's like, I want to be like my big sister. Like, I want to be like you when I grow up. Just being popular. Like, he was like, yo, just so many memories when he just say like, yo, you know everybody. Like, I want to know everybody. And like, he knew everybody. Everybody knew him. So it's just like, he really looked up to me, like, going in a positive way. Like, just wanting to play sports. I was an athlete. I played basketball all 4 years in high school, so it was really me. Like, I was like his hero.
November 12th, 2007.
It was one of the devastating days of my life. I was actually at work that night. I was doing an overnight, and I got the call. And all I heard was just yelling and screaming. And I didn't know what was going on. My god sister, my brother was on the phone, my cousin, like I didn't know what was going on. He was just like, yo, he's just been shot, you gotta come home, you gotta come home. Mommy's on the way to the hospital, this and that and the third, and I'm just like, I just went blank, dropped everything, hysterically, I'm like, yo, I'm leaving this job, and at the time I wasn't driving or nothing, so I asked one of my coworkers, I'm like, yo, son, I need you to take me home, yo, F this job, it's gonna be here or it ain't gonna be here, and I find another job, but I gotta get home. So it's just it was crazy. Manager came up oh, you can't go nowhere. So I'm like, yo, my brother just got shot. Yo, I'm out. He yo, you leave, you're gonna get fired. I'm just it is what it is. And the other dude, I haven't seen him in a long time, but he left with me, and he told him yo, y'all leave, y'all gonna get fired. He oh, F this job, right? Took me, came home, seen everybody, and they just helped me. I'm just yo, where my brother at? Where my brother at? And yo, he's gone.
So my next question, push the conversation a little further. What happened?
Mistaken identity was the case of what happened. He had on a red sweater. They were looking for blood with dreads. He fit the description with the red sweater. They thought it was him, and they shot him. And that's why everybody always asks, oh, where's your brother blood? It's a red sweater. Everybody wears red sweaters. If that's the case, I got a blue sweater on tomorrow, so now I'm in Chris. It was crazy. I just felt some type of way, because usually I don't do overnights on that night. So the one night that I did, I felt like it was my fault. If I would have stayed home and been with him, the situation would never happen. But it just crazy. And now, every time I'm at work, I get a phone call, my heart just stopped. Not more so of a vibe. He just was yo, I don't want you to go to work. Stay home with me. I'm yo, need the money. I was grinding. I'm yo, I gotta make sure that we good. Help mommy out. Yo, this is my first job. So I'm yo, I can't, not go to work. Yo, but I'll be home in the morning. That type of conversation. It's the last conversation I really had with him. It's just yo, I'll be back.
So how does a family cope with this type of loss?
Before, when it all first started, I dealt with it alone. I locked myself in my room 2 weeks, didn't want to be bothered, didn't want to eat, didn't want to sleep. Days, weeks, months start going by. Pulled out a journal, started writing just how I was feeling. At one point, my parents started, that I needed counseling, that the family needed counseling. As stubborn as we are, nobody wanted to talk to nobody, because it's one of those things I don't want to sit there and talk to somebody that can't relate to me. I'd rather talk to somebody that can relate to me and, show me that, which way to go with the situation. So it's more of my girlfriend at the time. I spoke a lot with her, just talking with her just made me cope easy and more with the situation better than me if I didn't have that significant. Just talking about it, just living those good memories, all the good times we shared. I am in a better mental state. I came a long way from me not wanting to eat, me not wanting to sleep, me not wanting to talk to nobody, me wanting to cut myself, me, wanting to commit suicide. Like I said, that was devastating. My best friend, my better half, my right hand, when he passed, a part of me, definitely left. And I still don't feel complete. Like, I'll tell anybody to this day, like, the other side of my heart will never be complete. My mother, she has her breakdowns here and there. My brother, he's still mad at the world. Want to fight everybody he see, everybody he hears say something negative, or anybody that got anything to deal with that situation. It's just like he just want to fight the world. He dealing with it how he deals with it, and we all doing the same. But still being that family orientated, like the holidays come around, we're still, you know, trying to be there for one another, you know, make the best of it, you know, for my nieces and nephews and godkids and stuff like that. So even though he's not here and it hurts us, we still try to, you know, make the best of it.
Is there a proud moment that you would like to share about Elijah?
Like, I had one memory, I was just telling my mother about this too, when we actually took my mother's car in the middle of the night while she was asleep. Woke my brother and them up, like, yo, we about to be out. So I'm like, yo, where you want to go? He like, yo, sis, I always wanted to go to New York. New York, like, we was out. So it's like memories like that I just share. And like, my mother was like, what? She couldn't believe it. Like, we was gonna take that to our grave. She was happy and excited that he got to experience that before he left this earth. So it's just little memories like that. Got a couple of like videos and like pictures and stuff that we look at time to time and just laugh, stuff like that. But just good times. Just think about the good times. It's the only way you can really cope with it. It's just like you can't grieve. You're not gonna survive. You're not gonna live. You're gonna be so stressed out that you can't live the life you know he or she will want you to live. So you gotta live through them. So you gotta take it one day at a time and just live your life. It's not gonna be easy.
Why do you think the gun violence continues in Elizabeth?
Honestly, I would say just parenting. Like, it's the way the kids is growing up. The community itself, kids don't have places to go. There's not too many resources they can reach out to, like, you know, different community rooms and basketball courts, football fields. Like, I think we need more community places to go, things for them to sign up to and just get more involved and just, you know, more than just this music and then the drugs and the alcohol, because that's all they know. Like, not, you know, not just, oh, it's okay for them to go out in the streets and chill. Like, take it back to where, like, I would say, like how my mother did it. Like, everybody comes to the house, slumber party, you know, pop some popcorn, play the game. Just be indoors. It's not safe nowhere, but it's better safe inside than outside. Anything can happen anywhere at any given time, but it's safer to be indoors than outdoors right now. We got some senseless people out there that just don't care. Like, they off all this stuff, and it's just their mindset is just gone, blown. So it's just like they don't care about their lives and others, and it's sad. It starts home, just making sure the kids is, you know, taken care of.
With the deck stacked fully against us in this country, we have to change our mindsets from harming one another to helping one another. It's the easiest way to network. Some people, young and old, refuse to ask for help. It's because deep down inside, they're either afraid or they don't know how. But a simple conversation can change that. But you first have to understand this. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable in order to grow.
I will never say that progress is being made if you stick a knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches, there's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull a knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there.
Word. This for all the Panthers that rise. Word. I'm unforgiven since Dr. King was shy. Word. To the game, I love everything that Malcolm bought. Teaching us everything that Elijah taught. 60 years on the front line, Mr. Farrakhan. Showing us that this a race and not a marathon. Codeine and pills, them the scripts you on. Damn, America the new Babylon. Celebrate every day that is side to escape. I ain't shed a tear at my mama, father wake. I curse those that cursed our mother. How you say you love God, don't even love your brother. Yeah, but everything on the set though. Till them crackers grab you, get you to flip on your set though. Use a gun for my knowledge, I got a clip full. Can't raise your child, but you can raise up a pit bull. I know.
Don't tell me you a good father and you don't have any community interest, no community concern. Because once you provide a child with life, then you gotta look at all aspects of life and become intimately involved with the development and nurturing of that.
You still chasing bags, you ain't catch them already. Gang, that's like these niggas' whole vocabulary. They don't listen to hoe, they still posting the money. Racks to your ear, where I'm from, couple hundred is money. They counting them 20s captions, I'm supposed to win. But you don't own the house that you posting in. Hove told you he ain't know what else to say. I'ma tell you it's okay to go Eric Benet.
You'll never be a happy woman dogging your man out.
You still a real nigga.
He's not a man yet, but he will be. But if you keep on dogging him, you won't have nothing, and you'll end up being a lesbian at home with yourself, with no man by your side because your damn mouth is what it is. It's a snake pit.
You still a real nigga now.
And a man can't live under that because he got enough hell on his head as it is trying to function in a white man's world. And he needs a wife that has compassion and understanding, and that's the value of the MGT. The MGT is supposed to make you a woman to help you make a man for God.